Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and today I'm coming to you from the central west side of the valley. We're checking out the Meat Wagon. Super happy to have you along. I'll see you inside. All right everyone, and here we are seated at the Meat Wagon. This is a funky little joint situated in central west Las Vegas between Summerlin and the Strip. Very cool theming with a retro arcade game and an eclectic mix of artwork, a fun atmosphere to try some food in. Now regardless of the vibes, you know it's all about the food for me, so let me show you what they have on the menu. So here's the menu on display here at the Meat Wagon. Looks like they've got some tacos up here as well as some shareable snacks, a daily special, some flatbread sandwiches, and what looks like a different array of entrees as well. And some dessert there in the bottom right, a Polly Blom Royal Flush, caramel stuffed churro. That sounds really good. Very nice. Now that's a pretty interesting looking menu here at the Meat Wagon. A lot of options I'm looking forward to trying today, because you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay. So I'm gonna get a nice variety, and together we'll see what this place is all about. Appetizer are coming up first. I'll see you in a little bit when they arrive. Welcome back everyone. Now the appetizers just got here and this is looking very interesting. Let me give you a view. Now very interesting here is the plating. You can notice that 3 of these appetizers come in what looks like toilet bowls. We got some hot wings as well as some breaded dill pickles, onion rings, some spicy meat candy, and the crispy Brussels sprouts. It's very interesting when it comes to these toilet bowl themes, but let's see how it actually tastes. First I'm going to start with the dill pickle. Now they call these dilly whackers. These are breaded dill pickles served with ranch dressing. We'll give it a nice dip and see how it is. Yeah, that's pretty good. A very nice crispy breading here. It's well seasoned, and there's a little bit of Parmesan cheese here providing an additional salinity. The pickle inside is actually still a little bit crispy, which is interesting. I was expecting it to be fully mushy after the fry job. Having that little bit of resistance is quite nice, and it does have a good sour and tangy flavor. Ranch dressing is thick here at the Meat Wagon and provides a good cooling flavor. This is a nice little appetizer right here. I like this. Now both the dilly whackers as well as the buffalo wings come with some house potato chips. Let's give these a try. Yeah, you know what, not bad. Now I've tried a couple of the chips here. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a consistency issue. Some of the chips were incredibly crispy with a solid crunch and a good starchy potato flavor, whereas a couple others were a bit overcooked and a handful were slightly under as well. However, the ones perfectly in the middle are actually quite good. I think I'd be picking at these chips a little bit just to make sure I get the perfect ones. Next up, we're gonna go in on the chicken wings. You have multiple sauce choices. I decided to just go with their standard buffalo today, dipped into some ranch. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's a good hot wing right there. Plump and juicy wings. They've been able to retain a good amount of moisture. These are fairly juicy. While not the crispiest skin on the exterior, it still has a little bit of a nice fatty layer, providing a richness to the bite. A relatively standard but good buffalo sauce here. It has an approachable level of spice, as well as a nice tangy flavor from the vinegar. It's well balanced and quite enjoyable. Ranch dressing certainly provides the nice cooling flavors that you're looking for when it comes to a buffalo wing. This is a really solid buffalo wing here at the Meat Wagon. Next up, we're going to try their meat candy. The first of 3 appetizers we're going to be trying today, served in one of these toilet bowls. And not the first time I've seen this particular plating, but it is still novel when I see it. We've got a nice mix of all the ingredients here on the fork. Let's give it a try. Okay, that's actually really good. We've got some nice crispy potatoes here, a nice crunch on that exterior, and a good pillowy center. I really like the fry job on these potatoes in here. It's topped with a Korean-inspired beef. It's actually very flavorful. Not only is it sweet and savory, but the influence from gochujang is very apparent. You have a nice garlicky spice here. That's very delicious. As well as a little bit of cheese providing some salty flavors. This is actually a very tasty dish. I like this one a lot. Next up, we're gonna try the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are served alongside a little bit of a honey dipping sauce. Looks-wise, these have a perfect boil. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, those are actually very tasty Brussels sprouts. I really like the broil job here. Excellently cooked. A bit firm toward the center, but very soft on the exterior. A little bit of a char flavor coming through as well. It's quite good. That hot honey dipping sauce is very tasty. A natural sweetness with a very approachable spice level accents the Brussels sprouts very well. I taste a hint of truffle in here as well, somewhere in the aftertaste. I'm not sure if that's in the sauce or the Brussels sprouts themselves, but it's not bad on the way out. A very flavorful Brussels sprout dish there, I like that. Okie doke, my friends, now the last appetizer I'm going to be trying today is the onion ring. This is the third appetizer I've got served, and no toilet bowl here. And these do feel nice and crispy in my hands. Let's give it a try. You know, it's actually a pretty good onion ring right there. A nice light fry to this. Now these are actually looking like they were battered by hand in the restaurant. I'm appreciating that a lot. A nice crispy texture on the exterior of this onion ring. And it is a well-seasoned batter as well. A nice sweet yellow onion here provides a lot of flavor. It's a very enjoyable onion ring. I like this quite a bit. All right, my friends, now that's gonna be all of the appetizer I'm trying today. My friend and I are continue working on this, and then we'll go in on our first round of entrees. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. My first round of entrees are here, and this is looking really good. Let me give you a view. I decided to try the majority of their tacos today, and while these all come with their own order of chips, I didn't want to waste their food, so I just asked for them to provide it to me a la carte. We've got some green chili chicken, habanero carne asada, ale-battered cod, and barbecue brisket, as well as a garlic mushroom and brie taco. I also got an order of their carne asada french fries. It sounded like a proper side for this particular round, and this is all looking really good. Let's give them a try. Now, the first taco I'd like to try today is going to be the carne asada. A very interesting looking flatbread tortilla here, much more akin to something like a naan bread, and I've cut these in half to share with my buddy here. Let's give the carne asada a try. Oh yeah, that's very tasty. I really do like this flatbread here. A little bit of a dense texture, quite doughy, but there's a certain richness to it, as well as a light char flavor. It is a nice vessel for these tacos. The carne asada isn't bad. Tender beef, and it is well seasoned. A slightly smoky flavor, as well as a little bit of a salsa here that's slightly spicy, although there's a lot of tomato flavor. I do think it could use some more spice. It's a little closer to ketchup than I would prefer. The onions and cilantro provide a little bit of bite as well as some freshness. But I do think this flatbread is what kind of makes the flavor. Not bad at all, I do like this. Next up, this is the fish taco. A pretty straightforward fish taco here. A little bit of slaw on the inside. Let's see how it is. Oh, you know, I'd say that's just okay. Now, I still like the flatbread here, no issues with that. So the taco does come off to a good start. The fish here isn't anything remarkable, but it is doing its job. A bit of a crispy texture on that exterior with a relatively well-seasoned batter. Though the fish inside doesn't exactly have a firm or flaky texture, it's a little mushy. The slaw inside, unfortunately, does not have as much flavor as I would prefer. I would like a little bit more of a crisp tang there to really differentiate itself from the rest of the flavors. There is something like a chipotle mayonnaise sauce in here, and while it has a bit of a smoky flavor, unfortunately, it's not very robust, mostly just serving as a rich component in the bite. While it's not a bad fish taco, it pales in comparison to the carne asada. I don't know if this is gonna be my favorite one today. Next up, we're gonna do the barbecue brisket. Nice smoky brisket in here, served with a barbecue sauce, as well as a little bit of a cheese layer that's been cooked inside. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, that's actually really tasty. A very smoky and tender brisket here. A nice, rich, soft chew to that. I really like the beef. It's good barbecue. I really like the barbecue sauce that's been applied here. Sweet, smoky, tangy, and very bold. It's been caramelized slightly, providing a nutty sweetness. And this fried cheese layer provides a bit of a nutty saltiness as well. This is actually quite good, my favorite taco so far. Next up, the green chili chicken taco. This is stuffed to the brim with chicken, and it certainly has a nice color to it. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, it's quite good. This is a very well-cooked chicken. It's tender, soft on the bite, not too dry, well-seasoned with a little bit of a char flavor. I do like the chicken here. Now, the green chili sauce isn't bad, but I want a lot more from it. It's not exactly bland. It could use some additional seasoning. I would like a lot more spice in this taco as well, given the green chili. The taco in general is quite mild, but the chicken is cooked very nicely and makes for a fantastic mouthfeel. Not a bad taco there. Now, the last taco to try today is gonna be their vegetarian taco. This is the mushroom. Certainly looks interesting. Let's give it a taste. Yes, that's actually quite good. Spongy mushrooms set the pace. A good cook to them. They've got a great texture. Nice earthy flavors from these grilled portobellos, and a bit of a garlicky, buttery flavor on them as well. It is very good. While there is a little bit of a pang in the center coming from some balsamic, it's quickly mellowed out by the pungent flavors of the brie. A very creamy cheese with a lot of flavor. It even acts as the aftertaste on the way out, and in general, a very interesting and well-balanced taco bite here. I wasn't exactly expecting that depth of flavor. That's a good one. All right, everyone, now the last bite I'm trying from this first round of entrees is gonna be the carne asada french fries. It's called carne asada fries, but it's definitely a mix of potato chips and fries. I've got a nice amount on the fork here. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's quite tasty. Nice crispy french fries here. They use the technique of applying some cornstarch on the outside, preserving the crispy nature. And I love that method, great technique. Really makes me appreciate the french fries more. There's something like a chipotle cream sauce on here that is providing some richness as well as a slight spice, which makes way for the nicely flavored carne asada. I enjoyed the carne asada in the taco, and so I'm definitely liking it here on the french fries as well. A good carne asada. A nice cool tanginess coming from that sour cream, with the pickled onions providing a little bit of tang and some acid helping to cut through the richness of this dish. A pretty solid carne asada fry dish there. All right, everyone, now that's gonna do it for my first round of entrees. Just a couple more bites, and I think we're gonna pack up a lot of this to go because we're gonna do another round of food. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Now my last round of entrees are here, and this is looking really good. Let me give you a view. I got their chicken and waffles, as well as their smash burger, and their abduction flatbread sandwich, all served with fries. I'm actually starting to get pretty full, but this is looking good. Let's give them a try. First up, we're going in on their chicken and waffles. I certainly love a good chicken and waffles dish. Got some chicken and waffles on the fork here. We'll dip it into their maple syrup, and it's looking really good. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's really tasty. A crispy, well-seasoned batter encapsulates a very nice chicken. The chicken is tender, relatively juicy. A pretty good bird here. The waffle is cakey, with a crisp exterior, a nice sweet flavor, although I would lean it toward a bit of a buttery, savory waffle than a sweet one, and which is absolutely fine because the maple syrup that I applied here provides all the beautiful sweetness that I need. The nice woodsy flavors from that maple syrup complement the waffles as well as this chicken very well. While the recipe may have been novel decades ago, chicken and waffles has become a staple here in America, and the ones here at the Meat Wagon are quite good. Next up, we're going in on their abduction flatbread sandwich. Now, the flatbread is a larger and thicker version of the tortilla that we saw earlier in the tacos. Thinly sliced beef here, actually looking very good. Let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh, that is actually really good. Now, the flatbread version of this is much better than the tortilla. Because it's a little bit thicker, you actually get a little bit more of that starchy flavor here, but you also get to appreciate a little bit more of its texture. A light crisp on the outside, with a bit of an airiness in the center. It's a very good flatbread. This sirloin steak is marvelous, thinly sliced, ultra tender and juicy, and there's a wonderful garlicky flavor here as well. You've got a very rich cheese that's been fried and applied, providing a very nice salty layer. It's a pretty simple bite, but all of the elements are done really well. This is very tasty. Alrighty, my friends, now the last bite I'm going to be trying today is going to be their cheeseburger. You can see mushrooms and bacon in here, along with a nice looking lettuce blend. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's good. A nice soft burger bun here with some butter applied for some richness. It's a good burger bun. It's also holding up to the weight of the burger very well, certainly doing its job here. There is a fried cheese layer providing a bit of a nutty saltiness. In addition to that, you get an additional salinity from the bacon. I actually like the earthy flavors of the mushroom in this burger. I've always liked mushroom in burgers. And the burger here at the Meat Wagon isn't changing my opinion on that. And you do have some really good burger patties here. Well-seasoned beef, it's got good flavor, and it's been cooked very well. A little bit of a crust formed on the outside with some nice flavors from that Maillard reaction. I can always appreciate a good burger patty. The lettuce here is soft, not exactly that crunchy lettuce that you might expect in some burgers, but you do have some crisp coming from the dill pickles, as well as a slightly sour and tangy flavor. You can definitely taste some truffle in the burger here as well in the middle of the bite. However, it's not all that overpowering. I really respect the amount that they've used here. Truffle oil can be so overpowering at times that you have to really respect it as an ingredient. All in all, a good burger here though. All right, my friends, now that's gonna do it for all of the food today. I am stuffed to the brim, but there's always a little bit of room for dessert. Don't go anywhere because sweets are coming up next. All right, everyone, it's time for some sweets, and today for dessert, I went in on their polybomb. You have an option between blueberry and strawberry polybombs, and they're served in the little toilet bowls, and I've got the blueberry version here today. Now, I am really stuffed, but it's time to activate the dessert stomach and give this a shot. Let's see how it is. Okay, yeah, that's actually really tasty. I love so many aspects about this dessert. It's sweet, but it's also very refreshing. The cake here is moist and spongy, very satisfying with a nice sweet flavor. The addition of blueberry is very obvious. You get the natural sweetness of the blueberry and also a slight tart flavor. This dessert is particularly refreshing. There's something like a lemon mascarpone in here, providing richness as well as a crisp and acidic brightness. It makes the dessert very addicting and hard to stop at just one bite. A very tasty dessert here. I like that a lot. All right, my friends, now that's gonna do it for my lunch here at the Meat Wagon in Las Vegas. All of the food you saw today came out to $170 before tip, and I certainly enjoyed myself. The spicy meat candy was easily my favorite appetizer. It was very tasty. I thought their barbecue brisket taco was also very good. But I think my favorite of the day had to be that abduction flatbread. The garlicky, thinly sliced beef was really flavorful. The polybomb for dessert was actually very good as well. And in general, I don't think there's anything I particularly disliked today. Several of you in the comments have let me know that the Meat Wagon was a spot to check out, and I'm certainly happy I did. They've got a really good thing going here. All right, my friends, now that's gonna do it for this Tuesday video where I check out a local spot here in the Las Vegas Valley. Coming this Saturday, I'm gonna be returning to the Las Vegas Strip for a very special video. Make sure you come back for that one. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great week, and I hope you enjoyed Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.